But finding this simple artifact had ignited such intense concern on the part of the Canadian authorities that the entire search operation on Oak Island could be shut down.
I know when the treasure trove license was passed, the archaeological community.
Yeah, one and only Queen Kitty. What? I can't speak.
They're really worried about archaeology. We're doing archaeology for free for them. It doesn't make any sense. We're turning everything over.
That burns.
Papers have been written by the archaeological community. Oak Island is just a junkyard of 220 some years of search.
Holy fun.
I never thought that this treasure hunt would lead to archaeological interest, for the simple reason that it's been so destroyed
Really
by
kind of don't talk
220
about
years of search.
it.
But the way it's evolved, I know stuff could be near the surface that it is archaeologically significant, but how are we going to find it under this?
We don't find it, they don't get it.
This is so serious to us and so devastating to our
Ew.
efforts that we have to, we need to have a face-to-face meeting.
Wait, I want to see if...
What the hell do they want? We didn't do anything wrong.
One day, after being informed that their treasure hunting operations would have to shut down, Craig Tester and members of the Oak Island team gather at a nearby pub.
The government, they can change their friggin' mind. If we add on an extra step for every single dig, that slows us down even further. Yep, exactly.
They are anxiously awaiting news of Rick and Marty Lagina's scheduled meeting with representatives from Nova Scotia's Department of Community, Culture, and Heritage.
They can stop roads and they can stop buildings, they can stop anything. They can do what they want. The government never backs down. Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey, how you doing, Marty?
Hey guys.
Hey.
We're here. So we did meet with the Ministry of Culture and Heritage, and it started out a little tense. Can we dig? Not yet. But where we are is we have a wetland that's severely restricted, and we're trying to make progress in a mutually agreeable sense. It's not going to be totally logical from our standpoint. The agenda going in was to find out why. Well, we found out why, and it appears to me likely that they're getting pressure from the archaeological
A lot more
community.
people are around
I
than
think
I
because
expected.
of what's happening here on this island, more people are paying attention. Our proposal is we would hire an archaeologist, more money. That archaeologist would get a one-time heritage permit, not for every dig.
Yeah.
And then the idea would be that what we're going to try to get
I'm not
sold
going to
is that you could
For certain
metal
reasons.
detect all you want, but anytime there was a dig, the archaeologist would have to be present.
Yeah.
But I will join her.
There would be an archaeologist basically tagging along with you.
Right, I mean, I've already
Yeah, I'm
contacted
going.
Blair, so we can use the archaeologist we had before.
Yes.
He's acceptable
Not
to
so
that.
He is
hard.
acceptable, and he's a reasonable guy, so I agree.
Yeah.
Archaeologist Blair Niven has been working with
That
and
is so
advising
hard.
the Oak Island team ever since helping them obtain their treasure trove license 7 years ago. It was Laird who last year was brought in to evaluate the team's findings
Like,
of what appeared to be a
Delete,
mysterious
I don't care
patch
about you people.
located on the western end of the island.
I don't care about that.
We ever
I look
seen
so
anything
beautiful.
Like that, what I was going to ask.
No,
I look so beautiful.
that's not natural.
Laird was also instrumental
That
in
looks so
helping the
beautiful.
team evaluate an elaborate
show
arrangement
you
of
what it
rocks
looks
and
like.
boulders found buried beneath the waters of Smith's Cove.
Yeah, I know, get off my screen.
I'm going to put you on the spot now. Man-made? I believe so.
I'm a VIP.
Culture and Heritage, as part of our process here, has mandated
I don't like know it,
an
babe.
archaeologist be involved.
I'm
in
a roly
And we already have a relationship with Laird. He brings a lot to the table. So yes, we like looking at it.
I have an itch.
Absolutely. If you think about it, they're winners in this, and I guess to some
Jetpack?
extent, so are we. Being as we're the
I don't have that many
emissaries,
coins.
we do a hell of a great job, don't we, guys?
Just gotta have that one. I think you got another sandwich.
The next
Damn!
day, in In the wake
Help!
of their critically
Help!
important meeting with Canadian officials,
You guys are in my way of my inventory because I said you're right on my screen.
Marty and Craig
Because I
Tester
look more
have
towards
invited
the middle of my
area
screen than the
archaeologists
side of
to
my
their
screen.
haven to meet with them in person.
So here's the deal. We got a letter from
And I'm
Culture
more
Heritage
looking
that
beside you
says,
than at you.
Stop. Stop metal detecting. Stop digging.
What I
Stop
will do
doing it.
Because
Basically,
I'm not quite
what
like
we're doing.
I'm gonna fall forward.
We go, uh-oh. This is the first step in
And now I actually can look at you.
So we had a face to
Just
face.
like,
Apparently what they really wanted was an additional layer of
weird.
supervision. They need to show that the correct archaeological things are being done. Right. Enter you. If you'll take on this task, basically be an advisor to us too. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And regarding that, as this story becomes much wider, we felt that it was appropriate to tell the story as it evolves, i.e. the things that we find, the artifacts, is now encompassed within this building, and we'd like to show it to you. Wonderful. I'm kind of proud of it. Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
I got some
2 years
green
ago,
pom-poms,
in response
girl.
to the incredible public interest
some
generated by
green
their
pom-poms.
hunting activities, Rick, Marty, Craig, and their partners decided to build a visitor
I got a
center and
hoverboard.
museum on Oak
Girl, I'm
Island.
gonna ride this thing.
Dubbed
What do you
the
think,
Interpretation
people?
Center. It is a place where thousands
I
of
rolly,
visitors
rolly,
can
rolly
come,
down the road,
gather, and
road,
examine
road.
firsthand
Look to this
the
one,
growing
click!
number of
Oh
artifacts
god,
and
I almost
evidence
killed
of buried
myself.
treasure that the Oak Island team and their predecessors have discovered over the past
Mine's justified when it's your
222
favorite.
years.
You can make this story come alive. I mean, that's really what archaeology is. It's a very high
It's not
priority.
red.
And thus we need your help.
Give me
because
red.
the story of Oak Island really should
What is
come
this?
back to Oak Island to be told here on site.
Spit.
Okay, so do you want to do this?
Got 2 points.
How seriously
I got 55 now.
the island, no matter what delays it causes. My pains are up.
I can't control
That's
my
one of the reasons I
hoverboard.
really like to work here.
Can I try?
Yep. Get that done. I think they'll expedite it quickly, and we can get
Oh,
started.
la da dee, la da doo.
Now we're hoping the things we
Let's
find
dismount.
next make this look boring.
Dismount! Dismount!
That's pretty good already.
Good to have you aboard.
Help me, God. Ah! Got stuck.
Flights up.
I'm back.
One
Yes.
day after
Now
inviting
fly!
many archaeologists
Yeah!
to join the Oak
Now I'm
Island
gonna fly
team.
down here so I can find a
So
house.
this is a hot spot over here, huh, Gary? Further down the hill, yeah.
Incoming! You know what? I don't want a house.
Along with metal detection
No house.
expert Gary Drake, head to Lot 24,
Wow.
where last year the team found a number of potentially significant artifacts.
So they can metal
related
detect.
to Samuel Ball.
They
Now,
can't get.
now they can. Because that other guy that's with them now,
No, I know, but what I'm saying is,
no, they couldn't do anything before.
Other interesting stuff coming out of it.
Right.
I think if
I
you
thought that they
guys
can
could
metal detect,
do
they
these
just couldn't
tree
dig.
trunks
Nope.
over the years like a backhoe.
Nothing,
Not
they couldn't
using
do
this.
anything.
No, definitely not. When those stumps
But
come
now that
out,
they've hired that
they'll
one
be able to
guy,
detect
he
places
got the
that have been
permit
protected underneath the stumps.
needed,
Exactly.
and now as long as he's with them, overseeing the stuff, they can do it.
But can they send
Let's do it.
Captain Sweeper out
By himself.
We're gonna
and
get
sweep
the machine
and
fired.
mark them?
Gary, here's your first chance to get beneath the tree, right over there.
I don't like my house
Metal
for
detector.
some reason.
It's an extension of his arm and his brain.
It's nasty.
That's how good
Boring.
it is.
I have a cage with my pet. Then I have my
Very
computer.
impactful that we must search exhaustively and we mustn't give up.
Then I have my kitchen.
I should be able to reach it now.
Then I have a bathroom, but I don't think I have anything in.
Come on, buddy.
I spend less time in my bathroom than everywhere else. I'm safe. I didn't die.
Woo! Look at this. That's sweet.
What is that?
Mom, mom,
imagine
mom,
it's a
mom.
spoon bowl. And that's exactly what it is.
Little
Oh,
one.
look at that cute little
That's a
thing.
little beauty. Look at that. That's an
Nom,
oldie as well,
nom.
isn't it?
How old there, you think?
18th century. Yeah.
18th century?
That's a little beauty, that is, isn't it? Probably copper.
That is really cool.
That is a sweet find. The first tree.
Yeah? All right, well, let's keep going.
Now they're just gonna start ripping shit up.
Rolling down the road. Why do I always hate music for some reason? I'm the best at music. Like, bruh.
First thing I'll do is check
Bye.
this.
I can play music. Boom. Boom, boom.
It's a chirpy piece of iron.
Come on, something big here.
Alright. Actually,
That's a good one.
that's a good one. There's definitely something here.
Move.
It's just so tough to tell what it is.
Oh, that's something good. See, I got a feeling that's actually something. I don't know why.
What the heck is that? I'd like to say it's gold.
Oh my.
Wow, that was worth all the digging. That's a big chunk of something.
Yes, my cuz.
No, it's iron.
Every piece Gary finds are all important clues. We're trying to puzzle together this story, and we're hopeful that some of these artifacts will give us a lot of information as to its relevance to Loc Island, the mystery.
What is that?
So it's an iron strapping. It could be like a door hinge.
I told you it was something in there. It's kind of indicating that there was a house here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that might be it.
Well, we might as well pull a few more of these then.
Yep.
I can fly. I know it's weird watching me.
So they can't even tell that there was a house there?
What the heck is that?
I think we have to stop.
Why?
What the
There's
heck
some
is that?
hamburger.
I think we have to stop.
While searching for artifacts on Lot 24, Rick and Marty Lagina, along with metal detection expert Gary Tripp
Nah.
and archaeologist Laird Niven, have just made a potentially significant find.
Now I may go sit down at the chair.
See the rock? You think that's a foundation or something?
I don't know.
Grave?
I don't know.
Laird took one look at the bottom of that stump, and he said, "That's it, we're done. Stop." He was quite sure he was seeing something he calls cultural, some sort of evidence of human something going on there. So we're done just like that.
If the formation they have discovered is in fact man-made, it is one that has, up until now, escaped decades of searches by previous treasure hunters and historians.
Marcus,
But what could it be?
go to the door,
A hiding
Marcus.
place for one of 4 treasure chests believed to be hidden on the island by the noted pirate and privateer Captain James Anderson? Or could it be a gateway, one that leads to the Money Pit's mythical treasure vault?
Yeah,
You
mythical.
think those are stacked stones, Lee?
I don't know yet. The rocks, there are a lot of rocks, and they're larger rocks, which we haven't really encountered before.
They're roundish too, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. It could be a wall. It could be a foundation.
You strongly suspect this is an artifact.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we would never have known that, so it's a good job Laird's here.
Yeah, get in there and metal detect something.
Okay.
But don't dig.
I won't dig. I see where there's all rocks packed in here as well inside
Yeah.
the roots. They almost look like bricks in there. a little proggle around here.
That's the last one right on top.
Oh, got a signal in the roots. I can pull this out,
Yeah.
can't I, Liz? I've no idea what it is. Interesting. I know what that is. And I love saying it as well. Not gold. It's pewter.
Is it?
Yeah, I think this is pewter, Liz. Piece of
Yep.
pewter.
Cooler.
It's got a curve on it and a rim. It looks like it's some kind of like a bowl to me, or
No, it's a spoon.
it's a spoon?
Yeah, you see the tail at the bottom of the base, bottom of the bowl.
Yeah, it probably is a part of a spoon bowl.
Mom.
It's a little beauty, look at that.
Mom.
How do you know it's cute?
Mom.
Just by the look of it.
You just like saying it.
What would you say it is, Liz?
Pewter.
Pewter, that's what it is. It's metal.
I know what
We are certainly
Here.
retrieving substantial
I didn't
artifacts
understand
from
what
that
he was
small
saying.
localized area. As we continue to retrieve these items,
Where's that? Right here.
perhaps working with Laird, we can puzzle pieces together what it really means.
Where are you going with your car? Poor girl. I feel bad, so bad. For that girl.
Right now. Because this is something significant. That
You know, I
matters.
don't care about cars.
Significance up here. So we're gonna
I don't
come in,
care
just
about
clean up the
cars.
loose soil, clean
Can
up
you
the
just
loose
get me
rock.
out of here?
If we get a much greater understanding of what happened here,
Yeah,
that's
just hit
what we're
X.
looking for, answers.
My bad.
Something definitely happened.
Where the heck is she?
That,
Is she in the back?
All right, call it a day, guys.
What the hell?
It's been a challenging week in the
Are you
history
outside,
of
girl?
Oak Island.
Where's my
One
cuz?
that began
Where is my
with
cuz?
insurmountable obstacles,
Okay, you're both here.
but now, once again, seems to be on the verge of more and more exciting breakthroughs. But will the final
Yum.
answers be
Nom,
found
nom,
under
nom,
hundreds
nom.
of feet of dirt and rocks,
What?
or just inches away? One thing is certain. Rick, Marty, and the Oak Island team remain determined not only to solve a mystery and find treasure, but to uncover an incredible history. A history that forever changes the lives of those curious enough to seek it out.
Sure, but again, I have Max. Are you friends?
He's coming back to the island. Welcome back. The rest all said there was a spiral staircase. And it
Don't tell anyone about this. This is top secret. Who's on board?
closing in, close. Now we're at the cusp of proving.
Where do I have to unfriends?
You get close, then all of a sudden something happens. Oak Island strikes back.
Hub? Huh? Cuz. Join my cuz. Join my cuz. Join me cuz. And I will.
Oh. It's going.
J J J J J J J J J J J.
You gotta stay up late tonight.
Get to Old Navy Cyber Sale this Monday and Tuesday for 50% off everything online. Need it fast? Buy online, pick up in store. That's 50% off everything. Only at Old Navy.
Got my headphones.
Tonight on the Curse of Oak Island.
my brother, Rick Restel.
He's coming back to the island. Welcome back. The Restall said there was a spiral staircase.
Oh, there's something.
What is it?
It's the end of a gun. He's in a void. Could be the spiral tunnel.
We're closing in. We're close. Now we're at the cusp of proving this story. You get close, and then all of a
This
sudden
boy
something
won.
happens. Oak Island strikes back.
There is an island in the North Atlantic where people have been looking for an incredible treasure for more than 200 years. So far, they have found bits
Yeah, and then it's not plugged in.
of
Go in
a 17th
the spot where you go.
Today, 6 men have died trying to solve the mystery.
Going to be checking on the PO box right now. It looks like there's a really long line, so
Okay.
I gotta go.
More will have to die before the treasure can be found.
With me. Oh, finally, there's one.
After a week that saw the Oak Island team overcome a number of frustrating obstacles,
Oh, for sure. If you get advance gazing, that's it.
Metal detecting is acceptable as long as we are very clear this does not include excavation or removal of objects. This is really bad.
This is the first step in shutting down the whole island.
the business of trying to solve a 222-year-old treasure mystery has finally returned to normal.
Where are we? Where are we? Right here. Supposedly in the middle of the chapel shaft.
Today, Rick Lagina, along with Dave Blankenship and island historian Charles Barkhouse, are overseeing the team's progress on their extensive search to find the original money pit.
If we go at it systematically like we're doing, we can't miss it. I think we stay the course and work that area there.
To date, 16 of some 46-inch wide boreholes have been drilled using what is known as the geotech method. It is hoped that by drilling a large number of
Did you put your ice cream in the freezer?
down to depths of as much as
It was in the bag with the pop.
18 will, after carefully sifting through the spoils and then metal detecting the holes, be able to find evidence of the original Oak Island money pit.
We went through a section of the chapel shaft, the wood cribbing on the side, probably the south side, I would guess.
Today, the team is drilling down to what they believe is the site of what is known as the Chapel Shaft, a suture shaft dug in the 1930s by M.R. Chapel,
I got my
the
coffee.
son of famed Oak Island treasure hunter William Chapel. By drilling into and then past the Chapel Shaft, the team believes they will be able to find the location of the so-called Chapel Vault, the mysterious 7-foot-tall wooden box
So
that William
bad.
Chapel first discovered in 1897. A taunting object that might contain anything from pirate treasure to priceless religious and cultural artifacts.
To find the original money pit, and at that point, we can unleash the hounds, if you will, expose the actual works of a 222-year-old treasure hunter.
The money pit is nothing but an educated guess.
So we hit bedrock.
Where are we at?
We're at 168.
I don't know if Terry wants information down at bedrock. Let me just check. Terry, they're at bedrock.
Yeah.
168. We want a case down.
Pretty deep. So that's well below our 150 to 155.
And you're advocating for the stop.
Stop.
Consensus on
Randomly
opinion
bring
here,
the
I think
question
it's call a dog.
Because the drill bit has struck bedrock at 168 feet, 15 feet deeper than the last known location of the chapel vault, further drilling in this hole now seems pointless.
We're fine, we're done. But because the hole had held such high promise, I decided to call Craig and get his confirmation that we should cease operations.
Yeah, Craig,
We're in the second hole in the chapel shaft. We hit bedrock at right around 168 feet. Terry's advocating that maybe we should cease on that hole.
I went through and whatever that rock was, man, the last minute drop right through.
They're looking for a void. If you tell them that there's a void, they're going to keep going.
Yeah, well, I did.
Neat.
Terry.
Okay, I'm texting so fast I can't keep up with my own text.
He's got a void for sure.
For sure, yeah.
That would have to be known to her. You know, should they disappoint
Join me.
someone? Hang on,
Join me. Join me. I don't know what he's gonna say. He's texting.
At
Oh,
166,
gee, that's
he went
bright.
into some rock, and then at 160, about 69, he dropped into a void.
None of them I know.
It
Quick.
changes things.
It changes
Okay.
things quite a bit. I just think we keep
1,
going.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Ivan tells Terry that we
How many people are allowed in the game?
And of course, then game on.
Encountering
Yeah, whatever, I don't
the
care.
bedrock offers a significant development for the Oak Island team. It could indicate the existence of an underground cave, possibly one that is man-made.
I guess in a friend, I might just hit something right at that. We're off camera, but it's cool as well. 179 and a half. Hit that
Sorry,
void
Caps.
when I was there. So I just got 3 feet there. So I'll just keep watching just to make sure.
He's in a void. We're in another void. We've been in an open void since we had a minor void at 166 to 169. And we went into a second void at
What are you going?
179 down to depth right now, which is 215.
How high is that void?
It's at least about 30 feet.
A second void, some 30 feet tall, and more than
That's good.
180 feet below ground. Could the Oak Island team really be dealing with a natural
I just
formation?
hashtag
Or
everything I just
something
said.
different?
What is it?
Could it be that spiral tunnel that rust all
It's when were you gonna join it?
What else?
How's that
I
bad?
don't know.
Question.
No searcher shaft that we know.
Something's down there.
In 1959, Robert Restall and his wife Mildred, a couple who had gained international notoriety as motorcycle
When do you want to
vandals,
join it? I think
decided
for more
to
than
move
that.
with their 2 young sons to Oak Island, and there
Well, soon.
pursue Robert's dream of finding an enormous treasure.
I feel that the treasure is here and that we can get it, and we're going to stay here until we do.
But the Oak Island of the 1950s was not the same one seen today. It was desolate and primitive. There were no permanent structures or homes on the island. There was no electricity, no running water. There was also no causeway connecting the island to the mainland. All comings and goings had to be by boat.
The wife has had a little rough time here.
Well, I don't think it's been too rough, really. It's been hard for just at first.
For 6 years, the Restalls braved these harsh conditions, all the while doing extensive investigations at Smith's Cove, in the swamp, and at the site of the Money Pit, where in 1963, Robert Restall reported drilling through a series of mysterious voids separated by layers of bedrock. This discovery led him to the astonishing conclusion that he was not drilling through a natural formation, but through a man-made, spiral-shaped tunnel.
They got into a part of it. They would drill, they'd go in, they'd go out of it, in and out of it. That's why they believed that there was a spiral that led down into an offset treasure chamber. That's what their belief.
Unfortunately, Robert Restall would never live long enough to complete his investigation. On August 17, 1965, while exploring a 27-foot deep searcher shaft at Smith's Cove, Robert Restall along with his
You're
son
not
Bobby
in here.
Jr.
No, you
and 2 other men, died tragically after being overcome by deadly H2O.
Actually, what?
The event sent shockwaves throughout Nova Scotia and fueled rumors of a deadly curse.
Frick? What the?
Not surprisingly,
I did that
Robert
Friday, and now
Restaurant's
you're
wife,
texting
Mildred,
me?
and the couple's youngest son, Richard, quickly
Okay.
left the island and rarely
Okay,
looked back.
I get it. You hate me. You don't text me. That girl just stole my house. What's wrong with you? My house is probably just gonna be this box. No, it's not even a box. It doesn't even have a house. It's not even a roof.
I mean, it kind of looks like a low-angle axe. I mean, it's not a nice cross-grain cut.
Axe cut wood, found buried
Okay.
200 feet underground.
Is that her house? I think that might be her house. I don't know what her house looks like. I just looked that name tag. Whose house is this? That is not her house. I look for her house. Got a piece of my teeth. Okay, she wouldn't be that sport. No. Who the frick wants me? I don't have it.
Oh, do we find out?
It is a harrowing moment at the Oak Island Money Pit as Rick Lagina and members of the Brewster drilling team rushed to help injured crew member Max Williamson after an explosion at the drill rig.
Just stay right there. Just stay right there. That's nice. Calm down for a second. We're gonna get you checked out. Yeah, you're just stay right here.
She don't want to go to a new game. I literally typed that fast. Is this her? Yep, I found her.
He's laying in a prone position. His arm appears to be at an awkward angle. His pants are ripped. And your first thought is, how badly is he injured? He's got a broken wrist. Bad contusion on his leg.
Safety glasses save your eyes.
Give him a cigarette.
Yeah.
Almost a set of band, but.
What are you doing? Girl, what are you doing?
Look at him. Man down.
No problem,
There
brother.
it is now.
Oh, here it is. Yeah.
No, not the house.
It is not long before paramedics arrive on site to determine the extent of Max's injuries.
No, not the house. No, not the house. Not the house. Not the house. Okay, never mind.
Although it is their assessment that his life is not under threat,
No, I have to.
the paramedics will transport Max
Can
to
you-
a nearby hospital for further
It's not
examination
responsible for
and
you
to
to
monitor
say.
his condition.
You see on top of my screen?
The extreme nature of both the incident and Max's injuries has prompted Rick to call his brother Bonnie, who was away on business in Michigan.
We had an accident here on site.
Wait a minute. What do you mean?
Max got hurt. Hose blew off the coupling. And hit him, knocked him backwards. He's got a large contusion on his knee, but he's somewhat mobile, I believe. But he may have a fractured wrist, I think. So we called the ambulance. They came, got him. We're certainly shut down until we figure out the mechanics of what happened.
Rick is exactly how a guy got killed at a rig accident. What happened was he
blanked out a real high pressure pump, and there's no way that pump was going to stop.
Right.
And it let go like a guillotine, and it crushed his skull. So when high pressure lines let go, it's bad news.
Right. And that's why we need to stay off the work area.
Yeah.
When you're going around it, you walk around, not over. I mean, I can't tell you how many times all of us have stepped over that same hose.
Yeah. I tell them, you know, get well.
Yep. Okay. Just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up.
All right. See ya. Seriousness of it and what it might have been has certainly made us much more aware of the safety issues involving this process. It sobered us up, if you will. The real lesson is, how do we deal with that in the future?
Have to deal with it, absolutely. You know, maybe it was a absolute worst case scenario.
And she blew. It was a violent scene. You know, he went over there, he probably bent down to pull the hose away, and boom.
Yeah, I can see a few changes I want to make here for sure before we do anything else right now, so we don't want this to happen again.
Absolutely. That's how it ended up right there.
We're now currently shut down, and then we have the issue of making sure that this doesn't happen again. It may take several hours, may take several days, it doesn't matter, it will be done.
The next day, while Rick Lagina and the team from Brewster Drilling worked to determine the cause of the accident,
Right, let's just dig some decent signals.
Jack Begley, along with Rick and Marty's nephew Peter Fernetti, and metal detection expert Gary Drayton, are continuing their search of the area on the eastern tip of Oak Island, known as Isaac's Point.
Still a bit dead.
It is the same area where just 1 week ago, the team found a curiously cut 17th century Spanish coin.
That's a little small piece of iron. If it was good iron, it would be, you know, a stronger signal.
Yep.
Right, so hopefully this is a hot little area.
So where is that one guy?
Maybe they can't. Maybe with the permits that they got, they can't.
Or is it one section?
Oh, there's something.
Unfortunately, it's not very deep.
Because the way they were making it sound is they couldn't do anything without like archaeologists with them.
Don't they see if you got it out?
I didn't. Okay.
What is it?
It's the end of a gun. The end of a gun. Looked like a play gun.
Yeah, you're right. It's a toy gun. It's the end of a toy gun. You're exactly right.
Well, that's a first.
Right. Let me just check it. Yep.
The rest of it.
The handle. It is. We found the gun, right?
We found the handle of the gun, and I put the barrel up to it and went, hey look, here's the whole thing.
What make is it?
Sure shot.
Popular in the heyday of TV westerns like Hopalong Cassidy, Roy Rogers, and Wyatt Earp, Hughley Sure Shot cap guns were a big hit among kids growing up in the 1950s and early 1960s. But as there were virtually no children living on Oak Island during this period, how did a toy gun manage to find its way to this remote spot?
This should go in the museum.
I wonder who lost it. Some kid who lost it. Can you imagine it was probably Dave or Dan running around playing cowboys and Indians?
Probably.
That goes in my good pocket. I think it's a good find.
Across the island in the war room, Rick Lagina and Charles Barkhouse take advantage of the break in drilling operations to revisit their geotech grid strategy.
You know, there's a little bit of good news here. I think we've got certainly some stand-down time. I think we laid it out, but it was months ago when we laid that out, and now we have some more information. We have a greater understanding of the areas of interest.
Although decades of exploratory drilling and excavation had given the team a pretty good understanding of which searcher tunnels and shafts exist below ground, only the geotech method can help them pinpoint their exact locations and orientations. So far, the spoils retrieved from the geotech boreholes have suggested that a new drilling strategy is in order, as well as an increase in the total number of holes from 38 targets to more than 40. Nevertheless, there are limits, both in time and, of course, money.
Given the fact that based upon some of the information from the 1/3 of the grid we've currently completed, we have significant interest in certain areas. We can't just keep expanding the grid exponentially, as you can see. Head and shaft outlined here, we have chapel shaft outlined here, we've got the 1897 drill platform outlined here. And yet, this area, there are very few holes designated there. This area, I'd say, from the G line over, right, down to Gal, right here, and then over and across, probably within that 20-foot grid, we have nothing. And I intend to see.
Hey guys.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, Jack.
How you doing?
Good, good. So I was out on Isaac's Point with Gary and Peter, and we found something, it's odd, but kind of cool. A toy pistol.
Toy gun.
Gary believes it's from probably the 1950s or 60s, somewhere in that range, based upon the make of the gun. You can see the brand name on there.
You know, when you mentioned the age, the period, I mean, how can you not suspect that this might be Restall's?
The youngest son of treasure hunter Robert Restall, Richard Restall, known at the time as Ricky, was only 9 years old when his family moved to Ohio
fucking quit
in
moving.
1859.
Leave on my
Because
leg
he
and
was
then I
too young
can't
to
fucking
assist his
move.
father and older brother Bobby Jr. in their search for treasure, he spent much of his childhood with his mother, Mildred, helping with household chores and playing by himself.
My thought immediately was that had to do with the Restalls. The youngest Restall, Ricky, was a young boy at the time. I can imagine him playing out in the field and he loses that pistol.
Sure shot, right there. A little star on it. It certainly would be amazing if that was seen.
It's remarkable. Little piece of history sitting there. You know how I feel about the history of this place.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. We got a call from Levi